Welcome to Fantasy Hockey Thoughts Week 13, April 12th to 18th. I could have just called this Fantasy Hockey Thoughts Playoffs because if you haven't already started, you're probably about to begin them very soon. I'm going to keep this video a little bit shorter today because we're in the middle of trade deadline day and I'm trying to get out as many other videos about trades as possible. So let's get to the beef, shall we? Beginning with, there's going to be 53 games this coming week. Monday, Thursday, Saturday are the heavy days. Monday there's 8, Tuesday 6, Wednesday 6, Thursday 9, Friday 6, Saturday 12, and Sunday 6 games. Now, there are two teams who are only playing twice this week. You want to stay away from depth adds, and I'm talking about Edmonton and Vancouver. And then the following teams are playing 4 times, the most of any this week. That's about 15 clubs. Winnipeg, Washington, Vegas, Toronto, San Jose, Philadelphia, New York, the Rangers that is, New Jersey, Montreal, Minnesota, LA, Columbus, Buffalo, Boston, and Anaheim. Now, 4 of these clubs that I just mentioned have 3 off days, which mean they play Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, which keeps them extra fresh and crispy for the game ahead. Now, those 4 clubs are Anaheim, Colorado, LA, and Vegas. Now, Colorado and Vegas especially have a nice shine to them because of who they are and who they're facing. Vegas is playing LA twice and Anaheim twice. Colorado's playing Arizona and St. Louis once and LA twice. Although St. Louis might be a little bit of a bump because they're trying to stay in the playoffs right now. But really, it's still Colorado. Now let's get into some depth adds, starting with goaltenders. Devin Dubnyk, speaking of Colorado, was just traded there, so keep a close eye on him. He's playing in front of a different team now. Jake Allen, Price is out with a lower body injury. We don't know if it's going to be a week. Maybe a little bit less than that, but keep him as an option, as maybe even Caden Primo, who in 14 AHL games so far this season has got a .911 save percentage. Don't be surprised if you see him once or twice this week. Then there's Jake Ottinger, who's always a good option from the Dallas Stars, as is Hudobin. Brian Elliott from the Flyers. Jeremy Swayman from the Boston Bruins. He's stepped in because Rask and Halak have been out, and he's 2-1 in the 3 games so far. Although I think Rask might be back sometime this week, maybe later on in the week. So yeah, there's that. Let's talk about defensemen now. Beginning with Arizona Coyotes' Alex Goligoski, who's got 9 points in his last 10 games. Then there's Mikko Lehtinen. Maybe at least put him on your watch list anyways from the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now that Werenski is injured, Savard's gone, he should be getting more minutes and more power play time as well. Jared Spurgeon from Minnesota, he's a good option, as is Justin Schultz of the Washington Capitals, Colton Parayko of the Blues. Rasmus Dahlin of the Buffalo Sabres now has a goal and 4 assists in his last 6 games. Brandon Montour, he's been traded to Florida. He may be able to get some more offensive opportunity there. And then there's Ryan Graves, who I have here as well. He doesn't put up a ton of points, but, he shoots, he hits, he blocks, and he plays shotgun with Makar. And don't forget, they're playing 4 times this week in Colorado, so I don't doubt he might be able to bag a few apples there. Now, on to the forward depth chart that I have. Let's throw down some names here, starting with David Krejci, who's now got Pasternak on his wing. And then there's Craig Smith, who's really been benefiting from sliding into that number 1 spot beside Bergeron and Marchand. He's got 12 points in his last 13 and 10 in his last 7. Yeah, just stop the video and go grab him right away if you haven't already. Andre Burakovsky from Colorado's a good pickup. Chandler Stevenson, who's on the first power play in Vegas, grab him. Riley Smith, also from the Golden Knights, as is Alex Tuck. Jack Hughes, like a bunch of Devils here. Pavel Zacha, Jesper Bratt, and Yegor Sharangovich, if that's is how you say his name. I'll be seeing more ice time with Palmieri and oh my God, Palmieri, and I can't think of the other player that was traded to the New York Islanders. My brain is just going completely blank right now. Zajac. Whoa. Now, who else do I got here? Paul Stastny and Andrew Kopp from the Winnipeg Jets. They're also good ads. Wheeler's still day-to-day there. Then I've got Corey Perry down here. He's been doing well lately. However, I've just heard recently that he's been bumped back down to the fourth line along with Stull. So yeah, maybe at least keep a watch on him. There's Casey Middlestat in Buffalo, who's got 4 goals in his last 6 games now. So that's an interesting pickup. Who else? Victor Arvidsson from the Nashville Predators. He's been doing well. Jaden Schwartz for the St. Louis Blues. Connor Brown for the Ottawa Senators. I think they're only playing 3 times, but he's scored 1 goal in each of his last 7 games. He's been doing amazing. I've got Ross Colton here. But everybody's like, who? From the Tampa Bay Lightning. He's been benefiting from Stamkos being out, who's day-to-day at the moment. And his last 15 games, he's got 7 goals and 3 assists. So, yeah, keep an eye on him. Jared McCann from Pittsburgh Penguins is a good pickup, as is Kirby Dach, Jack Roslovic. Max Domi has been doing, improved his play a lot lately. And then there's Alex Galchenyuk, who only has 6 points in 11 games with the Leafs. But his last game, he played shotgun with Marner and Matthews and got a couple of apples for his troubles. So if that continues, who knows what his ceiling is. And Nick, at the filming in this video, Nick Foligno has just traded to the Leafs as well. So that's another guy you may, although he's injured and is going to take 7 days of quarantine until he's able to play. Put him on your watch list. I think he might play along. He might be in the top 6. He might either play alongside Matthews and Marner or Tavares and Nylander. And then Galchenyuk, I would imagine, might play in the other spot wherever he doesn't play. And Zach Hyman might be put back down on the third line if that's the case. Again, this is like a week from now. But Hyman back down with Mikheyev and Peter Engvall on that shutdown line that the coach likes so much. Now, just a few other players here you want to put on your watch list. Kyle Palmieri and Travis Zajac, who were traded to the Islanders. I think they're playing, third line minutes. So I wouldn't get too excited about that, but keep an eye on them. Casey Middlestat I mentioned already. Who else I got here? Cole Caulfield, who won the Hobey Baker Award, the Montreal Canadiens draft pick, in 2 AHL games, has got 3 goals and 1 assist. So maybe you see him in a couple of weeks, ish. He could be, a deep playoff pick. Quentin Byfield, put him on your watch list too. There's a good chance he could be called up soon for the Los Angeles Kings. And that's it. There you have it. Now, one last note here. In my drop category, I have Capo Kakkonen, who in the last 3 games has let in 18 goals for the Minnesota Wild. So, yeah. There you have it. I'm sorry this is such a short video. Maybe that's a good thing. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, which will alert you when my next video comes out. Don't forget to please be kind to each other out there in this crazy world we're living in, and I'll see you soon. Keep your eyes peeled for trade deadline videos.